Hey guys, thanks for joining me for a new video. This one is going to be fun. So I don't remember where I initially saw this image behind me of a promotion for a gym shirt where it's like a gray shirt and it's got gray text on the gray shirt. So it's really hard to see what the text says unless you get the shirt wet. And when it's wet, the shirt itself turns a little bit dark gray. And then you can read the light gray against it because it contrasts against it a little bit better. And I thought this was fun. I shared the ideas to my Facebook groups. And then I was like, you know what? Why don't I just do a test order and see if this actually works on Merch by Amazon? So that's what I've got for you. I had some fun with this video. I hope you enjoy it. I actually posted on my Instagram status earlier. I was like running on the treadmill like, all right, guys, look forward to this video. I'm going to be running as long as it takes for me to sweat through this shirt. So anybody that saw that earlier and came to watch the video, thank you. Let's get started. Real quick, just wanted to let you know about my weekly print-on-demand giveaway, completely free to enter, link right there in the description, sponsored this week by the Flying Upload, print-on-demand upload automation, AutomatePOD, which is print-on-demand design automation, and All American Graphics, pre-made graphics by professional designers. By the way, if you don't want to wait to win the giveaway, you can always just check out the links to the sponsors in the description. Right next to the link for the giveaway, I've got a free Merch by Amazon mini course delivered to your inbox over 7 days if you want to take advantage of that. And I've got a Merch by Amazon community on Facebook. If you would like to join, I'd love to have you. All right, so back to the reason you're here. Can we do this? I'm glad I went ahead and tested this idea, by the way. Initially, I did not think it was going to work, but I was like, heck, it's a free YouTube video and it's going to cost me like 13 bucks. But what I ended up doing was making two different variations of the shirts. So I went to Photoshop. I think I just used impact font, you know, big, bold letters that should be easy to see, even if it's hard to see, you know, depending on how much you sweat through the shirt. So initially I had designed it with a black background, then I realized that's probably not going to help much. So I went ahead and I went to Merch by Amazon. I selected the light heather gray shirt, grabbed the pattern, and then kind of stretched it to make the background there so that I could pick a really good gray that, it's weird saying this, but that contrasts poorly against the background. Typically, you'd want to pick colors for your foreground that contrast well against the background, meaning that they're easy to, it's easy to see the text against it instead of having to squint and be like, is there writing on your shirt? You know, because that's essentially what this looks like right now. You can't tell. So what I ended up doing for the heather gray merch shirt is I used text that was the hex color that you see there, rather than me say it to you. You can just, if you want to go ahead and do this idea, if it worked, which hint, hint, it may have, wink, you can use that color text on the heather gray shirt. And I went ahead and made one other variation of the shirt, just in case one worked and one didn't. I wanted to do a thorough job. So I also selected the silver shirt, and I used a different color text. As you can see between the two, the heather gray shirt text, if it comes out looking like this mock-up, which I'll show you what it looked like in a second, but if it came out looking exactly like the mock-ups, this one's gonna be a little bit harder to see. Like the text really is more invisible in that case than this one here, where it's a little bit more noticeable. And I did that intentionally just to have some sort of a control in the study. So let's see how it turned out. So we got the heather gray, we got the silver shirt. Let's do a live demo. So the next step was I went downstairs to the home gym and jumped on the new treadmill that I assembled over the weekend. And I'm only sharing that because I'll be honest, guys, as you can probably guess, I spend a lot of time at my computer. I'm not that handy, but I made a point of assembling that darn treadmill with my own bare hands with no real help. And I'm proud to let you guys know that I went ahead and clearly it works. So now that I got that out the way, you can see here, I'm just jogging on the treadmill at about a 6. That's not very fast, but you know what? It's going to take as long as it takes. And actually, you know what? I can't lie, guys. I was not really feeling the treadmill today. So what I actually ended up doing was wetting these shirts in the sink. So here I've got that light heather shirt that I was wearing while I was on the treadmill for my 2-minute jog. I actually did end up working out. I did upper back using the weights, but I didn't come nearly close enough to breaking enough of a sweat to do this justice. So as you can see here, I'm taking the easy way out. Just put the shirt in the sink, and as it gets wet, notice the design itself, the text, doesn't get any water. It just rolls right off of the text. But the light heather gray, when it gets wet, it turns the color of dark heather, and the water rolls off the design. So it worked out pretty darn well. And there I go, almost breaking my camera, but fortunately I ended up saving it. Well, we know the light heather gray worked. How about the silver shirt? So as you can see there, that's what it looks like before it is wet at all. And I went ahead, put it in the sink. The camera shifts its focus to my arm since it's closer to the lens. Hopefully it figures out how to shift focus back to the shirt. There we go. I'm not an expert when it comes to this camera stuff. I'm learning as I go, guys. Sorry about that. But as you can see there, I mean, this one is not as compelling, I would say, as that light heather gray. So I would definitely go with that one if I had to do it again. But I think this one still turned out okay. So if you guys are interested in trying this out for yourself, my recommended approach is going to be to roll with the light heather gray option on Merch by Amazon. And again, you're not going to want to select multiple colors. You're going to want to make the text specific to the shirt. And this one, I mean, that text was barely noticeable before it was wet. And when it gets wet, it's very noticeable. So this might even be, I mean, I'm not going to say it's the same shirt, but like it could have been the same shirt from the initial Facebook ad that caught my attention. So this is the one I would roll with if I had to do it again. Anybody wondering if you can do this on other platforms? Of course you can. You just got to figure out the right text color, which honestly, if you're planning on selling a lot of these, you probably want to do a sample order like I did here. But if you're on Merch by Amazon, keep it simple. Just use this hex color code for your text and select the heather gray. Here is the silver shirt, and that's what it looks like when it's wet. I mean, that text came out pretty visible before I had run the experiment, before I had wet it. But it's also inspiring me to think that, like, if I had matched the text color exactly to the shirt, you'd still be able to envision how it would look, and it should still work. But the silver shirt there is also an option. I would just probably alter this hex color to be closer to the color of the shirt when it's not wet. There it is. There's the end result. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun doing it. If you have any other similar ideas you want me to test, as long as you guys are interested in it and I see the subscriber count on the channel growing, I'm willing to fork out some dollars to make it happen. So let me know in the comments below. Also, before you leave, just wanted to let you know I've got the full Amazon merch school. It's over 80 lectures. It is very comprehensive. It shows you how I took my account from tier 10 to tier 100,000. I've also taken multiple accounts, my mom's, my girlfriend's, and I've helped some friends out getting out of tier 10 as quickly as possible. So, I mean, it's definitely my area of expertise. If you're interested, link in the description. All right, guys, thank you again for watching. If you haven't already and you want to hit that like button, that would be awesome. And if you want to subscribe, if you're not already, I would also really appreciate that. But thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you soon.
Passive Income School is open. Enroll now at RyanSmethod.com. Thank you.